Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Monday edition of Proline Daily, the longest-running sports handicapping show in America. We come to you direct from Las Vegas. John Cranton's here. I'm Dave Cokin, and we're going to look at tonight's Game 7 between the Wizards and Celtics, plus a baseball game as well on today's edition. Jim had a great weekend, swept on the NBA on Sunday with the Spurs and the over, part of an 11-3 NBA run, and the numbers are just spectacular for Jim this year in basketball. Season record is 114-66.
Yeah, he's just been in a zone for a long time. Nice 11-3 run of late. You mentioned that long record. He also heating up in baseball. His baseball trend tracker game of the year cashed Sunday. That was the Texas Rangers. And he's got NBA side and total tonight at jimfeist.com. $25 a piece, plus a late baseball release. It's part of his preferred players club. Just $12 if you want a late TV game. All that and more at jimfeist.com. I know, Dave, you have a couple of plays too already online.
I have the Oakland-Seattle baseball game, and I have a play on the total in tonight's NBA game that I like quite a bit. Each one is available for only $20. Just go to jimfeist.com, and that's all you need to do. You can get one, both. Either way, I think you're going to have a good chance to cash a couple of tickets tonight at jimfeist.com. We have a poll question of the week, and this is how you can get involved. Check out Twitter at Dave Cokin or at Jim Feist Sports and answer the poll question. This weekend, we asked, what will the NBA Finals matchup be? Well, I think we knew what the answer was on this was going to be in terms of response. It was just, I think the reason we did this was just to see how lopsided it would be, John.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This actually went up before any of the games took place. And, of course, we don't know if the Celtics are going to even be there. But I was surprised, actually, it wasn't more one-sided. 74% said the Warriors-Cavs, which is what Vegas has had for quite some time. But you also got 13% on the Cavs-Spurs as a possibility. And 7% of you said Celtics-Warriors. 6% of you said Spurs-Celtics. But, Dave, there's really just two powerhouses in each conference. There really has been all season, even last season. And I kind of think I can't imagine these teams even losing a game, the Cavs and the Warriors, until they face each other. But it looks like kind of a shoo-in from my point of view.
I would agree wholeheartedly with that. And look for the next poll question of the week at some point. Again, follow us on Twitter at Dave Cokin or at Jim Feist Sports. So tonight's NBA, somebody's advancing to face the Cavaliers, either the Wizards or the Celtics. And it's tough to get past these numbers, John. The home team has covered 9 out of 10. 13 out of 17. The favorite is 12-3. The Celtics have covered 10 out of 14. And the Wizards against Washington, and the Wizards have lost 8 straight to the number at Boston. So you really can't fault anybody who's playing the Celtics minus the points tonight. I did not play that. I decided to go with the total, which I think for me was a stronger play. But, those numbers are really lopsided.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of playoff series in the NBA over the year where home court is just a huge difference. And this series is one of them because these home games, outside of the last one, Game 6, have been just absolute wipeouts for the home team. What happens is the home team has the crowd behind them. They get fired up. They play better defense than maybe they normally did in the case of Washington. And then you get a 5 or 10-point lead. The crowd is behind you, and the other team, a lot of young players on both sides of these teams. A lot of teams go, well, this isn't our night. Maybe we'll get them back at our place. And that's really what we've seen. You mentioned the spread trends in favor of the home team, and it's been whopping. The Vegas money is going in the direction that is common for Game 7. The home team has gone up, the Celtics, from 4.5 to 5, but also money on the under. And that's common with Game 7s because the coaching staffs are going to be demanding intense defense the whole way because the season is on the line for some team. If there's any differences between these teams, two relatively young and talented teams offensively, the two differences I see, one would be defense. Washington hasn't played much defense all year. We saw a little bit of it in their home games in this series, but on the road at Boston, 0-3 straight up and against the spread, and their defense has been horrible in this series on the road. Celtics have been a very strong defensive team all season long. It might surprise people that they're 9th in the NBA in field goal shooting defense, and they're 2nd behind the mighty Golden State Warriors at defending the three-pointer, and we have seen that at home. So they're a significantly better team, a defensive team than Washington, and of course home court, which you pointed out. It's been incredible as far as spread trends and overall play of the team. So I understand why the money is moving on both these sides, and I can't argue with it, Dave.
So let's go to the baseball tonight. Let's take a look at the White Sox and Angels. It's not the most attractive pitching matchup of all time. Mike Pelfrey on the mound for the White Sox and Jesse Chavez on the mound for the Halos. Each team is sitting 2 games under 500 now. I believe that's correct. The Angels have actually been pretty good at home. White Sox about the same home and away. Angels are a big favorite in this game. Let's see. Last I checked,
182.
About 180 in that range. So
And it's
of money
gone up, too.
Yeah, it has gone up. Well, the White Sox are not playing very well. They did get a comeback win. They actually won a couple of games, close games against the Padres over the weekend. But after a fast start, the White Sox have started to go the other way. And, they're just not – this is not a good baseball team. What they did the first month of the season, I think, qualified as a surprise. And sometimes that'll happen when a team that is given no chance kind of goes into the season with a chip on its shoulder. But eventually – reality starts to set in, and if you look at the White Sox roster, it's just not a very good roster. They are a team in a rebuilding mode right now. A lot of good prospects, especially thanks to the trades they made, most particularly with Boston and also the Washington trade. Pelfrey has struggled, which is not surprising at all. He's 0-3, high earned run average, isn't even averaging 5 innings. So not a lot to like there. And Chavez has been okay, probably a little unlucky, but, at best you would consider him marginal, and the team is not playing well when he takes the mound.
Yeah, here's a game where you really have to look at bullpens because both these starters, 33-year-old, you mentioned how many innings that Pelfrey goes. I see both guys going about 5 innings, so really half the game for both teams is going to be in the hands of the bullpens if you look at how effective or mediocre that these pitchers have been. White Sox have been a surprise overall. However, the last 2 weeks, both these teams have really had lousy 2-week stretches. White Sox 4-9 run. They did get the win over the punchless Padres yesterday, but now they're heading out on the road, and they have not been a very good road team the last couple of years. Their offense is just dreadful as it was last year. Pitching third in baseball in team ERA, but Pelfrey is not a guy who's helping out as far as that is concerned. And then you get the Angels. They probably should be better than this with their talent, about a 5-8 run these last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
from a situational handicapping point of view, I can see why the money is coming in on the Angels. It'll be their 5th consecutive home game. They do play very well at home of 12-8. However, do you really want to lay this kind of price, this kind of money with Jesse Chavez, who might implode early, and the team is just 1-6 in his last 7 starts? So the way I'm going to look at tonight's game would be offense, because it can be an offensive park. Jesse Chavez, 15 walks in 42 innings. That's not a great ratio. It's not bad, but it's not to my liking. And then Pelfrey just hasn't won a game, 0-3 ERA over 5. Keep in mind when the White Sox face losing teams, they're 16-7-1 over the total. White Sox are only 4-17 here in Anaheim, so as even though the money says let's back the dog in this one, they have not won here for a long time. And then as far as the total for the Angels, when they face losing teams, 19-6-2 over the total. You got a low American League total with the DH here of 8.5. So, Dave, I think you'll see a little bit more offense than the odds makers think. I'll go for a 6-4 shootout either way, but over the total.
Yeah, I'd have a tough time playing an under in a Mike Pelfrey game. And the Angels, by the way, their current form, a little bit of an asterisk on that, because don't forget Mike Trout missed several of those games nursing a hammy, and he is now back on the field and making a difference. And he's running the bases again, so he looks to be completely healthy. Once again, we've got other stuff to tell you about. Free plays every day on a recorded message at 888-294-1970. And don't forget to go to jimfeist.com and get tonight's plays. A strong play in the total in the Wizards and Celtics, and also a play on the Oakland-Seattle Major League Baseball game. And that's it on my end.
Yep, and Jim wants to add to his 11-3 sizzling NBA run, side and total, available Monday night at jimfeist.com. Just on a side note, for Game 7, when the Celtics are in Game 7s, historically they're 18-4 straight up. That's another reason to follow the money tonight. And if you want to get free plays, you can get them right to your cell phone. Just text GAME, GAME, to 25827.
And that'll do it for a Monday edition of Proline Daily. We'll do it again tomorrow. For John Creighton and Jim Feist, I'm Dave Cokin. Have a great Monday night.